He's the, we think, retired Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps joining us. We'll get into that topic here in a moment. Over the last 3 years, Michael has been working with Colgate as their global ambassador to raise awareness about water waste and making a global impact on water conservation. We'll talk about that coming up in a moment. I was riding the subway today, and I saw your picture all over the subway. I mean, I'm a man of the people. I don't know the last time you've been on the subway there, Michael.
I've never actually been on the subway, and every single person sends me, I think, the photo of Talkspace that you're talking about. And I still have yet to see an advertisement in New York City.
Why aren't you? Are you afraid to ride the subway?
No, I think I've just never, I don't know, I've had the opportunity or, I don't know, needed to? I don't know.
Sit in
I don't know.
You should sit right next to your picture.
Just sit underneath of it and see how long
see if anybody,
It might be interesting to see the looks and the reactions I get.
I had a lot of different thoughts walking in today, well, taking the subway in today, and I was wondering, do you keep the bronze and silver with the gold medals, or do you keep the gold separate?
I don't even talk about the bronze and silvers. I don't. I try to forget those as much as I can. Because it's, I mean, for me,
Are they negative?
Well, I guess I look at it as I could have done better. So it's frustrating for me. I always am very hard on myself. So if I was second or third, then I don't think I did everything that I probably could have to prepare.
What's worse, second or fourth?
Fourth. Fourth.
Okay.
Not on the podium is. You got to at least get some hardware.
When's the last time you weren't on the podium?
London. 400 IM. I actually was fourth.
Yeah. And isn't that a weird thing where everybody gets together for medals and then all of a sudden you're going, wait, I'm supposed to be up there?
That was a race that I've forgotten, so thanks for reminding me. I try to forget about all those, and London was an Olympics that I was not very happy with.
If you could exchange your Olympic career for another Olympian, if you had to, just for fun, and you said, okay, I can't have my career, but I can have that career.
I don't want to.
No, but if you could, who would you? It's just a game, Mike.
I've never thought about it, though, so I mean, I don't even know.
Like Usain Bolt or...
I mean, I guess if I had to pick any... I think I'd probably want to be a golfer, because that was the one sport that I wanted to be really, and I still want to be really good at.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I would pick. I don't know though, but like specifically what other Olympian though.
So if you could take Tiger's career over your career.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Have you golfed with him?
I haven't. I don't think he wants to see anything that I have on the golf course.
How would you rate your golf game?
I'm actually it's okay. I'm awful at chipping. I have awful hands. So me around the green is not pretty. I have zero confidence with a 60 or a 55 in my hand. Ooh, so
yeah,
no touch.
When you start to think about your career, I think the last time you were on, you said, I haven't been able to kind of put it all together, all the pieces, and figure out exactly what I accomplished. Are we far enough away from that where you can now look back and say...
I mean, I think I understand a little bit of what I've accomplished. I honestly think I'm understanding the process more than anything else right now. Watching a couple friends go through, getting ready to get ready for the next Olympics, trying to help them get through certain obstacles. I think I have a better understanding of what I did in 16 and what I did leading up to that point to allow me to have the career that I did.
But what are the obstacles?
Like mental challenges that you have. There are days, obviously, you're tired, you're beaten down, and you really think you can't do it. And that's really where you have to kind of dig into your mental side and figure a way to get it done.
What was your relationship like with the pool when you were swimming every day, training every day?
I mean, it was kind of like home to me. Honestly, I have a friend that jokes all the time, and he's like, "You're Aquaman." Like, you're literally Aquaman. I spent more time in water than I have on land, really, so to say, right? Like I never walked that much during my career, so I'm now finding out what walking feels like. So that's interesting. But yeah, I think that's been the coolest thing for me, just kind of seeing the process. And I actually started showing Boom's a couple more races.
This is your
My
oldest son.
My oldest son, Boomer, and he enjoys watching the races, and I think he enjoys the pool more than Beckett does right now. So maybe he's got a career in it. We'll see.
Are you pushing him towards?
No.
Oh, no.
I will not. I won't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the biggest thing is I want him to just be able to find who he is and find what he's passionate about. I mean, I was never super pushed as a kid. My mom was just kind of let me do what I wanted to do. So I think that was one of the reasons why I was able to have the longevity that I had.
Yeah, I didn't know if it's a love-hate relationship because I've spoken to other swimmers where you get to that pool and you just look at that pool and you hate that pool, but you know you need that pool.
I think I'm actually to that point now. I since retiring, I always said that I never wanted to be in the pool. I wanted to spend as much time away from it as I possibly could. And it's actually the direct opposite now. It's almost like a therapy session for me. Being able to go into the pool and have that peace and quiet where I don't have, questions. I don't have screaming, all these noises. It's just me in the pool, and I'm out. I can just be in my own head and kind of get done what I need to get done. So I think for me, it's just an outlet that helps me be the best me that I can be.
Do you ever get, like MMA guys get somebody who wants to challenge them, or basketball players, somebody sees you on the playground? You get some dopey guy who wants to challenge you in the pool?
Every now and then you'll get a guy at the country club that might push off the same time as you. And you're like, guys, just stop. Just stop. It is comical, though. And I'll have people asking, like, how I do certain things. And I try to be as nice as I can, but it's challenging.
We're talking to Michael Phelps here in the Man Cave. We were looking at the picture again where you beat Cavich.
Yeah.
And we were wondering that maybe like the website Funny or Die could do a great bit with you guys where no matter what you do, like let's say there's a parking spot, you get in right before he does, or there's 2 beers on the bar and then you grab the beer before he does. And so it's right at the last second.
Split second.
Do you think that he would have a sense of humor to do that?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Paulie, bring out...
I think he's coaching still. But yeah, who knows? That would be kind of funny. That'd be
that
comical.
picture is iconic.
I in my office, I have that photo framed, and it's crazy to think back to. Excuse me. I mean, looking at that touch, 1/100th it's mind blowing, and honestly, it's.
But where your arms are right before that, it's like, how did you get from there to there?
It was just the judging of the wall. I mean, that was really all it was. And as a kid growing up, that was something that Bob always just kind of forced us to do, judging every single wall, hitting every single turn, and it was just an instinct at that point.
And you were behind on the turn.
Yeah. I'm always behind the turn.
So did you?
Not anything new.
Did you start to are you thinking at all when you swim?
No, not really. I mean, I have an understanding of where people are in the race, and I have an understanding of where I need to be at certain points to win the race. And on that one, I knew I had to be 24.0 or better at the first 50, and I think I was 24.01. So at that point, we just knew that it's a numbers game. Like he can't, if Kavik was out that fast, he wasn't going to be able to finish as fast as I could. So I just had to be at the right place at the right time. Kind of Ricky Bobby it a little bit.
What's the strangest thing you ever thought about while you're racing?
I don't really think about anything.
Nothing?
No. I dive in the water and that's it. Because, I mean, you can't think of anything else really at that point.
But a long race, you don't.
I'm never in the water for more than like 4 minutes.
Well, okay.
And I'm in a lot of pain during that race. So
Really?
Yeah. The 400 IM is brutal. It's the hardest race.
Do you miss that pain?
Nope.
Not at all.
Not one bit.
Yeah, because a lot of guys boxers love the pain part of it. But no interest whatsoever?
I'm good.
Let's recap the bet that we had a couple of years ago. Paulie he said he thinks that you're going to be swimming in the 2020 games, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Okay.
Now,
Thanks.
You look race ready, by the way.
yeah, you do.
I'm in shape. Yeah, that's for sure.
But there is, let's make it official. You're not racing in the 2020.
Okay, so if I was racing in the 2020 games, then that would mean that I would have to be into the drug testing pool by this point, right? Because I have to make Olympic trials, all that process. It's a 9-month window. I'm not in the testing pool right now. So
Right now.
Right now. Thanks, Mike.
well, it's less than a year away, and there's not enough time.
I could get those drug testing people here in 30 minutes.
So at that point, we might have to put you in a brief, or unless you have one on today.
Well, you don't wear Speedos.
Yes, we don't say that word.
Don't say Speedos. When did we get rid of Speedos?
I've been with them for a while.
Yeah. But you have your own brand.
Correct.
Yes.
MP.
Yeah. Yes.
Because that's kind of like Q-tip, right? It's really called like a cotton swab, but it's like a brand.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
There are other names for it, but some of them probably inappropriate for television.
Well, you could try it.
No, I don't
You got
think so.
one?
I'm gonna. You guys can do some research online. I'm sure you can figure out a couple good ones.
Like nut smugglers? Or?
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, Paul.
Dan, 6 years ago, we did the show, Michael, and you said you weren't going to race in 2016, and
Yeah.
I thought you would. I thought there was a lot of good things financially for your family. And I thought when you had your first son and seeing your son at all the races in 16, we've had a lot of athletes on the show like Jeff Gordon, Peyton Manning, and they want their kids to see them perform at their best. You have 3 sons now.
I got one that have seen it.
Yes.
I won't be in 2020. I'll guarantee that. And I don't have any plans of coming back anytime soon.
There you go, Paulie. So you have to get Michael.
Again, he said not in 2020, but when his
And
kids
then I said, not any. I said I have no plans to do anything else.
Well,
So
you know-
I believe the bet was for 2020, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not swimming.
As soon as the Olympics are over, because I'm holding out hope.
Paulie, you
Good luck
lost
to
the bet.
you.
I have not lost a bet yet.
How about a slingshot instead of a brief? Is that better?
I have a picture of Michael and myself side by side up on the screen, so you
Oh,
can see
okay.
what we're looking at
All right,
here.
all right.
And there's Mike. You're in pretty good shape on this one. You're in your Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
The pose?
brief.
Yeah, brief.
Brief. It's a
Oh,
brief.
oh.
I'm not.
Brief or a jammer.
I'm not in what you call good shape. How am I going to look in that thing?
In the jammer?
We got a couple months. Better get ready.
Oh. All right.
I need 4
Beach
years.
season coming up, so you got to get ready for it.
My wife said she thought you had an extra ab.
It's like a little half one, I think.
Yeah.
Up top.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
like a little half a guy.
I said that she was looking a little too close from me, but
Yeah, a little
okay.
half.
So Michael's on the right. Yeah, I had to explain that. That's Paulie on the left having a beer. Yeah.
Similar body types.
Yeah.
I own a pool. I've never swum.
I want to have you talk about what you're doing with Colgate. And then I have a gift for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. So go ahead, fire away with what you're doing.
So for me, this is our 3rd year, and for me now growing to a family of 5, it's something that's super important for me. Water is something that's been a massive part of my life, and I want it to be a big part of my life for the rest of my life. And everybody needs to have that chance, and it's such a resource that we're wasting so much of. So turning your faucet off when you're brushing your teeth can save 64 glasses of water. And since we've started this campaign over the last 3 years, we've actually been able to save, we're working on the final number, but I've heard it's over 50 billion gallons. And if you think about it, imagine a day without water. Can't brush your teeth, can't rinse your toothbrush, can't make a cup of coffee, can't take a shower, can't wash clothes, can't wash dishes. So this is something that we need forever, and something that we all need to jump on board, even more than we already are, to save as much as we can.
How'd you get involved in this?
Water's always, like I said, water's just been important to me forever.
Yeah.
And it's always going to be a part of my life. And it's something that, turning the water on and off while you're brushing your teeth, for me, is just something that's common sense, right? You just don't want to listen and you don't want to waste all that water. So, it's just something that we've taught our kids, and with how the world is today and all of the things that we can do to make it a better place in the future, this is something that's a huge passion for me, and something that I'm honored that I'm able to do this.
Is there a website for people to get more
Just
information?
pop on Colgate and you can look at all that stuff. This is stuff that we've, like I said, been doing for 3 years, and we need more help.
I have a gift. Last time Michael was on, he talked about getting snubbed by a baseball player.
Oh, gosh.
And the player was Bob Malacky. And this is what Michael said when he was talking about it. As a youngster, the pitcher Bob Malacky did not give Michael Phelps an autograph.
I was getting autographs from Orioles, and a bunch of them snubbed me. I was kind of bummed about that.
How old?
So I must have been 7 years old. There's one pitcher in particular I'll never forget. I know exactly his name, but I probably won't say it. He played for the Orioles in the late 90s, and I wanted his autograph so bad, and he snubbed me. and that stuck with me my whole life. I don't even know. Do you remember the name Bob Malacky?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Bob.
Yep. You mentioned Bob Malacky.
I think when I said that, I was there. Ben McDonald was on the team as well.
Yeah.
And his wife randomly reached out to me on social media and commented about it, and I was just dying laughing. Like, it was hysterical. So now I have a Bob Malacky baseball.
Bob Malacky baseball.
Oh, I got cards too.
Cards, a letter,
Oh my gosh.
and a Bob Malacky jersey, 1 of 1. This is with the Nationals when he was a
my
pitching
gosh.
coach, and he signed it to Michael, the greatest Olympian of all time. Best regards, Bob Malacky.
That is priceless.
So,
that is amazing.
There you go.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
That's incredible.
I wanted to make up for the worst day of your life with maybe the greatest day of your life. You got your autograph from Bob Malacky.
Thank you.
It's great to see you.
You too, man.
Good luck with the boys.
Thank you.
And stay out of the water, at least in the 2020 games.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
He's going to be in a swimsuit pretty dang soon.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.